Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we got my boy Endeavor on the left-hand side, rocking out that croc, and we got myself on the right with the, of course, that green and purple Doffy. This is grand finals here at DXN, and your boy Endeavor is running a very saucy croc list, so please beware. And we still have peel off coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and counter that 5k swing with that sugar. I'm gonna go swing 5k into Endeavor. He's gonna take it, and yes, you see the Nami coming down already, grabbing the Brook and passing turn. Now guys, I am not going to waste anybody's time here. We know what these cards do, and I'm going to kind of go through this match pretty fast here. So we see a 5k swing. I'm going to go ahead and counter out of it with the Shiki, and then we see the bottom deck of the Nami coming down and dropping a Law. But quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost, DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my seal product. And right now OP05 as well as OP06 pre-orders are now live, so if you're interested in some pre-orders, check the link down below. So we saw myself dropping the guild, Endeavor taking a life, I believe the previous turn, so still at 4 life now. And let's see here if this guild will stick. Let's see if he wants to get rid of it. Let's see if he has, even if he has the means. So we see a 5k swing going to life. I'm gonna go ahead and counter out of it. Like I said, I am countering early in this game and all my recent games actually with this deck. So this is his 7 Dawn turn. 7 Dawn turn. Endeavor did go first, so he's fortunately able to see his entire curve with all his cards. So let's see how this helps him. And it looks like he's debating here on the 7 cost. And yes, we see the king. Now the spice is here. 7 cost, AK, attacker, on playability, draw 1 card. Not too bad. I think it's a bit copium in my opinion, but my boy Endeavor loves it, so he's rocking it. And now this is a very interesting position. I am going to attack with guild here. The question is, do we see the ability come down? So we see a 7k swing into life, and he ends up blocking it. I will most likely swing with this guild here. The question is, do I want to use the ability? And to tell you the truth, I probably won't. The main reason why I won't is because I don't want to mess up my curve. I'm still uneven, but I want to get to my 10 cost Doffy as fast as possible. So we see the Brook coming down, dropping the Usopp, and then dropping the Sugar. And Sugar is absolutely busted in this matchup. Super good. And we see an AK swing going into the guild. I'm gonna go ahead and counter out of it. Now I'm assuming it's gonna get bottom decked regardless, but I just want to, yes, we see the red rock coming down to bottom deck it. I just wanted him to waste his resources to do so. So we see a 5k swing. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Now I only have 2 cards in my hand, which is absolutely nothing. And we see the peel off. He just drew 2 cards. I just lost. I now currently only have 2 cards. So passing turn here, and now we see a 5k swing going into the croc, and we have to go wide. We need to go wide against this matchup. He's gonna bottom deck things, and I'm gonna go ahead and play things. So we see another 5k swing, and then passing turn with that 10 cost to stun both leader and king, unable to unrest. And so we see the red rock to bottom deck it, and yeah, this is getting spicy now. We are currently sitting both at 10 Dawn, and so now he's gonna go ahead and tap 3 Dawn here to throw the Miss Sunday, ability Sugar to mandatorily rest that Sunday and pass turn. So we do see that Law coming down, of course. So he does have a blocker, but having that Miss Sunday rested is actually really good for us. And the question is, what do we do now? How aggressive do we want to go? And we're gonna go 7k swing here. 7k swing into Brook. Absolutely no way do I ever go for that king. Way too big. He did end up taking it. Second 7k swing here. Does Endeavor want to take it or not? We probably most likely will see that block from that Law, or we counter out of it. Now that is 2 cards out of his hand, which is kind of insane here. And yes, we see 2 cards coming out of his hand. Another 7k swing. The Law does end up going down, and we see the Nami here. Nami on playability, searching top 3, bottom decking 3 event cards, wanting to cry and passing turn. Now we are still at our 3 life here, but we see the Mihawk coming down, and this king is about to be swinging right now. The question is, can I keep it alive? So we see the Mihawk swinging into the Brook here, and honestly, I need to keep it alive. So we actually see the Spiderweb to restand the Brook, 5k swing into the Usopp. I'm gonna go ahead and counter out of it. I have a Nami on board, so I'm thinking to myself, I can just draw another card, not a problem. I need to go wide here. So passing turn using ability, bouncing Nami, and then dropping the Law. So now we see a 5k swing going into life. This is 5k city here, acting like if I'm really low out here. The question is, does he want to take it or does he want to counter out of it? We see the Miss Sunday, we see the it looks like a Gum Rain actually. And yes, he does end up taking it here. Usopp swinging 5k swing now. Now the question still stands, does he want to take it or counter out of it? We see the Doffy coming down to counter the third 5k swing for the turn. And guys, could you not believe it, but your boy actually top decked something very, very good this turn. So he's going to actually block with the Miss Sunday, and I'm going to go ahead and drop the Doffy. Now, I know what you're thinking, Wizard. Endeavor forgot to get his ability. He forgot to get the Miss Sunday. Well, don't worry, he just remembered. Being able to grab an event card out of his trash is really, really good. Now, he grabs the Peel Off. This man wants to draw, right? So unfortunately for me, we have the 8k stunned as well as the leader. We see a 9k swing going into the Usopp and does go down, and we see the peel off to draw 2 cards. Now he does have 5 up, so he can't play vanilla. He could bottom deck the Brook if he would like. So we also see a Zeph in his hand as well. The issue is he only has 1 blocker. So if I were to spend the rest of my Dawn on some attacks, could he live another turn, or could he live next turn actually? So we see 3 Dawn coming down here for that Miss Sunday, adding some more defense of course, and with 2 Dawn up, let's see what he does end up doing with it. So we see the leader ability here to bounce the Brook back to my hand and a passing turn. Now if you don't remember, I have a Brook and a Nami now, which is extremely good for myself, and we see a 5k swing going into life here. And guys, I don't think you'll ever believe me what I top deck next. What I just top decked actually. So 10k swing going into live. We most likely will see the block here, and yes, we see another Doffy here passing turn with 2 up. Yeah, my luck is absolutely insane this game. So we see the Red Rock coming down here to bottom deck the other 10 cost Doffy and passing turn, and of course I am in my 10 Dawn. We have 1 blocker. Can we go for game here? Will we go for game? Yes, we will go for game. Absolutely no way we don't. 13k swing going into life. I did count that wrong. I should have swung with 11 instead. But it is what it is. Yes, so we see a 13k swing going into life. Is he going to counter out of this? He has to, right? He has to, or he has to block. Because the following attack is actually going to be a 12k. So he does it correctly here to take this damage here. And what is he going to grab? Is he going to grab another peel off? This man, these peel offs, my guy, these peel offs. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if he wants to. Yeah, he grabs the peel off. We see the peel off come back to his hand, and now I'm thinking to myself, do I want to commit? Here's the thing. If I commit all my Dawn here and swing 12k into life, that just means that Endeavor has to trash so many cards out of his hand. If I don't win this turn, I'm winning next turn, just based on hand resources. So yeah, let's see how he counters out of this, or even if he does, and it looks like he does because he's got the cards ready. This man's about to drop his whole hand, doing that thing. So we see 1 Gum Rain here. We see a 2nd Gum Rain, and for the 3rd we see a 2k counter to get out of it, and passing turn. Endeavor does get out of it, of course. And now we only have 7 Dawn. Endeavor only has 7 Dawn to work with right now, which is kind of crazy. He's been using the leader ability essentially every turn. Fortunately for him, he actually is able to catch up a little bit with this turn since I don't have a 5 cost or lower on board. Now, the big boys are back up. Now we see some damage. 11k swing into the Doffy, and I don't have a 2k counter, so I want to cry. And we see the Kaya coming down, actually drawing 2 trash into the Soga King as well as the Alvida. 7k swing going into life here, and another 8k swing going to life, and I end up picking it, affect Shiki to play it, and then he's going to go ahead and bounce it. I needed a Shiki because that was an extra attacker. I could have won that turn if it would have lived, if it would have stayed on board. But of course, Endeavor using its ability, and like the wise man that he is. So now I have 10 Dawn, and guys, the top decks don't stop coming. So we see the 5k swing going into the Miss Sunday, grabbing that peel off, and then we see the 10 cost Doffy saving my life and stunning all 3 big boys and passing turn with 2 up. Now, Endeavor needs 2 blockers. There's absolutely no other way he gets out of this without two blockers. So we see the Doffy coming down to reorganize the top 5 cards of his deck, and I believe we know what his last card is. I think if we kept track, we know what it is, and it's a peel off. Now he's out of Dawn, and he draws 2 cards, and that's it. There's absolutely no way he can win now. So thank you guys so much for checking out the channel and checking out the video, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP04 content coming out soon. See ya.